Today I'm going to share my secret on how I saved $500 in groceries, and guess what? I didn't use a single coupon, that's right. By the end of this video, you'll learn exactly what I did, and I promise it's easy and fun. Here's a roadmap. First, I'll share my grocery shopping journey. Then I'll reveal my top 3 strategies that made all the difference. Finally, I wrap it up with a surprising twist you won't see coming. So make sure you watch this video until the very end, because if you don't, it may be the reason why you don't save as much money on groceries. So let's dive in. In this video, you'll see how I went from overspending at the grocery store to finding ways to save big without the hassle of coupons. You watch as I discover some clever tricks that can help anyone cut costs. All right, picture this. I used to dread grocery shopping. I'd walk into the store, my cart will fill up, and by the time I reached the checkout, I was shocked at the bill. Sound familiar? Every week, I felt like I was spending more and more on groceries, and I wasn't even sure what I was paying for. My pantry would be packed with random items that didn't go together, and I would still find myself ordering takeout because I couldn't make a proper meal. It felt like I was stuck in a cycle of overspending and wasting money. That's when I realized I had to change the way I approach grocery shopping. One day, I decided enough was enough. I wasn't going to let my hard-earned money slip away because of impulse buys or bad planning. So I started my journey with something really basic but incredibly powerful. I made a shopping list. Now this wasn't just any list, it was a target list. Instead of jotting down whatever came to mind, I sat down and thought about the meals I'd make for the entire week. I only wrote down what I really needed, focusing on ingredients for those meals. This small but crucial step kept me from wandering around the aisles and picking up things that I actually didn't need. No more just in case items or buying something because it was on sale. I had a plan and I stuck to it. But that was just the beginning. The next game changer was meal prepping. Here's the thing, cooking every night can be exhausting, and that's when you're more likely to give in to ordering takeout. So I made Sundays my meal prep days. I would cook big batches of meals, enough to last the entire week. I'd make everything from hearty stews to pasta dishes and even snack options, so I didn't feel tempted to grab something outside. Not only did this mean fewer trips to the store during the week, which meant fewer opportunities to spend, but also saved me a ton of time. Plus, knowing I had delicious meals waiting for me kept me from even thinking about ordering takeout, which, let's be real, is a sneaky way to lose money without realizing it. And here's a little secret I learned along the way: shopping seasonally. It turns out that buying fruits and vegetables when they're in season not only tastes better but also costs a lot less. I started paying attention to what was in season and planning my meals around that. Instead of always buying the same things, I switched it up based on what was fresh and available. This simple shift brought down my grocery bill more than expected. Another key strategy was buying in bulk, but only for things that made sense. For instance, I started buying rice, pasta, and canned goods in larger quantities because I knew I'd use them over time. But I stayed away from buying fresh items in bulk unless I had a specific plan for them. This way nothing went to waste, and I didn't feel like I was storing food for the sake of it. Plus, buying bulk for staple items always led to long-term savings, and I was able to stretch my budget further. I also made sure to take advantage of store loyalty programs. While I didn't want to rely on coupons, many grocery stores offer loyalty programs that offer discounts on items you buy regularly or give you points for every dollar spent. Over time, these points really added up, and I'd get discounts on my total bill without having to do anything extra. Finally, I learned the importance of sticking to a routine. By planning my meals, making a list, meal prepping, and shopping with intention, grocery shopping stopped being a dreaded chore. Instead, it became something I had full control over. And the best part, by following these strategies consistently, I ended up saving $500 on groceries without ever having to clip a single coupon. So if you're tired of seeing your grocery bill skyrocket and feel like you're not even getting your money's worth, give these methods a try. You might be surprised at how much you can save just by making a few small changes. Now here's where things get really interesting. You might be thinking, sure, meal prepping and shopping lists are helpful, but $500 in savings, really? Yes, really, but what I didn't expect was how a couple unexpected strategies I stumbled upon helped me save even more money than I initially thought possible. Real quick, please make sure to subscribe if you found value in this video and for more hacks to help you save money. One of the biggest surprises is the power of buying generic brands. It might sound too simple to make a difference, but once I committed to switching out some name branded items for store brands, my grocery bill started dropping faster than I imagined. I'm talking staples like pasta, rice, cereal, and even dairy products. The thing is, most generic brands are nearly identical to the well-known pricier ones. In fact, many generic brands are made in the same facilities as their name brand counterparts. You're literally paying extra for the label. Once I realized this, I didn't hesitate to swap out more and more products. Before I knew it, I was shaving off a few dollars every time I shopped, which added up quickly. But here's something I bet you didn't see coming. Shopping less often saved me a ton. It sounds counterintuitive, right? Let me explain. Every time you step into the store, you're tempted to buy things you didn't plan for. Even with the best intentions, it's so easy to grab that snack or a new product you didn't know you needed until you saw it. So I made a commitment to only shop once every 2 weeks instead of weekly. And guess what? My grocery bill dropped by almost 20%. Why? Future trips mean fewer opportunities to impulse buy. Plus, sticking to a meal plan for 2 weeks instead of one forced me to be more disciplined about what I bought and what I consumed. They also pushed me to get creative with leftovers, ingredients I already had, instead of running to the store for something I didn't really need. Now, let's talk about a fun little trick that caught me off guard but worked like a charm: shopping with cash. You're probably wondering why this would even matter. Well, here's the thing. When you pay with cash, you're forced to stay within a set budget. I gave myself a strict limit for groceries, and once that cash was gone, that was it. No overspending, no swiping the card for an extra $20 here or there. I stuck to my budget, and it was surprisingly easy once I knew that the only money that I had was in my hand. Using cash also gave me a better sense of how much I was spending, something that's easy to lose track of when you're using plastic. And here's a strategy that truly blew my mind when it came to stretching my grocery budget: using leftovers creatively. We all know that tossing food in the trash is literally throwing away money, so I made it my mission to waste as little food as possible. Instead of eating the same thing every day and getting bored, I got creative with leftovers. Extra veggies for one meal would be the base for a stir fry the next day. Leftover roast chicken, it became chicken soup, tacos, or even pasta dish. By turning leftovers into something new, I cut down on waste and saved even more money. Another trick that significantly helped my savings was buying frozen fruits and vegetables. Now, before you think, frozen food? Really? Let me tell you why this is a game changer. Frozen fruits and veggies are often just as nutritious, if not more so, than fresh produce because they're frozen at their peak ripeness. Plus, they last way longer, which means I was wasting less food. No more throwing out wilted spinach or overripe bananas at the end of the week. I started using frozen veggies in soup, stir fries, and smoothies, and I was blown away by how much this simple switch cut down on my grocery bill. Another gold mine I discovered was shopping at discount grocery stores. I've been going to the same mainstream supermarket for years, but not realizing that there were cheaper alternatives just a few miles away. Once I switched to a discount store, I found that I could get the same quality products for a fraction of the price. It's crazy to think how much I was overpaying before. And if you're open to trying new brands, you can often find incredible deals on everyday essentials. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. I decided to challenge myself to see how much more I could save each week. I tracked every dollar and every item I bought. The stakes were high. Could I beat my previous week's record? This turned grocery shopping into more of a personal competition, which made the whole process a lot more engaging and, dare I say, fun. I started analyzing which stores offered the best deals and even found myself comparing prices across different stores for the same product. Little did I know this small step would help me identify hidden price patterns that most people overlook. As the weeks went by, I started finding even better deals and experimenting with new recipes. It was like a fun game. Who knew saving money could be exciting? Each time I saved more than before, I felt like a champion. What really surprised me was how much flexibility I discovered in my grocery habits. Instead of sticking to the same boring routine, I began to see food shopping as an adventure. I'd mix things up, look for new affordable ingredients, and experiment with recipes I never would have considered before. This added a new layer of excitement to cooking, and the meals I created becoming both budget-friendly and delicious. It's not just about saving, it's about transforming how you think about food. And just when I thought I was done, I found out about seasonal sales. Buying fruits and vegetables when they're in season not only saves money, but also adds variety to my meals. This seasonal approach helped me explore foods I never have thought to buy before. Imagine having a hearty winter stew with seasonal root vegetables, or enjoying fresh, ripe berries in the summer at half the price. The more I leaned into the seasonal strategy, the more my grocery bill continues to shrink, and my meals became way more enjoyable. I also noticed that seasonal produce is often fresher, tastier, and of course cheaper. Another exciting strategy was collaborating with friends and family. I found that sharing bulk purchases or organizing meal prep days with others was not only cost effective, but also was a great way to bond. We split the cost of large bags of rice, beans, or even frozen goods, and each take home what we needed. Not only did this lower my expense, but also open up the opportunity to try new recipes and flavors that I might not have tackled on my own. Plus, cooking together made meal prep feel less like a chore and more like a social event.